Listen, I've got you here. I'm going to turn the camera around. I have got you here on this parcel of land where we have traditionally seen the wheat that is ready for Shabbat. Um, Look here, somebody's been graffitiing here since last year. Roma 2024. Interesting. Anyway, this hill has been, and look, they've been camping right there. This hill has traditionally been the place where we saw the black wheat. And I had told you last year that this had been grazed out by cattle because there was such a severe lack of grazing field last year. The drought just caused the grazing fields to be non-existent, basically, to support any specific herd of animals for the entire year. I'd come by on think Tuesday morning, this area, and it was raining like cats and dogs, and there was already somebody sitting right up there where my car was sitting, so I couldn't come down here. I didn't have a place to get off the road. But this was covered again in cows. So, it's one thing to say something, and sometimes the other groups can have fun with what you say and try to make it seem like, whatever. But Elohim is faithful to his witness, not my witness. When I say what I see that he allows, it's his witness, not mine. And I'm just saying what I see. Right here, you're going to see that those cows have access to this field. And probably since last year. I should say, and probably since last year, this is going to be a new permanent event, because there is plenty of grazing land now with all the rains that we have had, and these cows are remaining here in this area. There you go. There's some more cows. And they have already been up here on our our wheat area that I have relied on heavily, grazing the grass, the tender grass, the tender blades of the barley and wheat and oats that grow in this area. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that this will not be an area again this year that we can rely on to have that beautiful black wheat that we've seen in years past. And I will drop in the video pictures of previous years and how beautiful it was. But Elohim does that. He had already started talking to me about a different place to look at wheat. And so it's always exciting, in a way kind of sad when it's been so beautiful to see the change that happens. So I won't say it's not sad, but then on the other hand, it's so very exciting to follow him wherever he's leading. Because he doesn't just take something away that pertains to his calendar. There's always a replacement coming. And yeah, so I would just, look at those parrots right there. Do you see those green parrots hanging in that tree? Yeah, those are not indigenous to Israel. Sorry, that's as big as it will go. Those are not indigenous to Israel. Those escaped from a zoo one time, and now they're all over Israel. Anyway, they're cute hanging upside down in the tree. But, it's always an adventure to follow Elohim. And his next move every year, he has a new move with the calendar. And so I would just encourage the other barley inspectors for the beginning of the year who have a tendency to want to sling mud from things that people say that they see if they're a witness from the land. Because just like this, that mud that was slung last year about whether or not the cattle ate the wheat on this hill, I didn't ask for it. Elohim showed it to me, so I'm showing it to you. He will uphold his witness. If a person is faithful to say what they see, he will uphold his witness. And really, there's no reason to get upset about it. You just got to wait on his timing, and he takes care of the details of what he wants to reveal and what he doesn't want to reveal. So as far as I'm concerned, it was obviously his will to reveal to you guys that, yeah, the cattle ate the wheat out of the hill, out of the ridge here on this little valley last year. And that's why We did not see any wheat, and there was none to check. And there wasn't a stinking thing that anybody could do about any of that, because you're not going to tell a farmer whose cattle is out of grazing land and who has received the permission to graze here that they cannot graze here. It just is. It's just the way it's going to be. But as you can see, that's fresh cow. Oh, that's a rock. Sorry, that's fresh cow poo poo. I stopped too soon. I'm looking through the camera. That's fresh cow poo poo, and there's fresh cow poo poo all over this hillside. And so I do not expect to see anything to look at as far as a good reference to the timing of the black wheat here on this hill this year. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for watching.